Take one. Too often in the church, we want to confine our understanding of the faith. And it especially is prevalent at times within the Lutheran Church, that we want to limit our understanding to the mind and to the mouth. That somehow it's about our knowledge and about the words. What's in our head, what's in our mouths, and we too often forget the transference into the heart. Well, we find out that faith really is more than that. In fact, in the book of James, one that Martin Luther wasn't very proud of, we find that faith actually is operative. And there are many times in my life and maybe in your life where faith is found when it has been engaged by temptation. And oh yes, Satan loves to engage us. Satan loves to challenge us and challenge our spiritual toughness. In fact, there are many times where you and I probably have felt like spiritual wimps. Because Satan does a mighty fine job of trying to distract us. He distracts us with daily assaults, that constant pounding of things that take us off track, trying to get our mind and in our lives from the way God wants us to walk them. But we've got to be careful because sometimes they're not in your face. Sometimes they're very subtle illusions. Sort of like at the first sin. Did God really say? To try to plant those seeds of doubt. But oh yeah, there are those that are just down, outright evil suggestions. It's sort of like the cartoon that you grew up with where the little devil is sitting on your shoulder telling you exactly what you should be doing. But the reality of it is we can't be like Flip Wilson and the devil made me do it. No, the evil lies within. We are shifting shadows between right and wrong, good and bad. In fact, I remember reading in the Highlights magazine growing up of Goofus and Gallant. Goofus was the one that always messed up. Gallant was always the one that did the right thing. And boy, did I want to be gallant in my life. But too often I ended up being Goofus. And still today, I act that way. Still today, you act that way because we take our spiritual treasures and we trade them in for trash. Sometimes we want to sell our future relationships to be right. I want to be right, but we sell our future for some immediate gratification of having won that argument. And pretty soon we grow tired of the word because we don't like the word convicting us. We don't like the word pointing out to us that we indeed are sinful human beings and we are clothed with filthy rags of what we say and what we do. And so temptation takes possession of our minds. And as temptation begins that work in our mind, it begins to work out through the whole person. And finally it reaches to its full maturity, whether it be in our works or in our words. And we commit that thing called sin. And having been battered day in and day out, week in and week out, that constant battering makes you and makes me weary in this world's bleak wasteland. Where? Where is their hope? That's the first take.